Good morning. I got so sunburned yesterday going to the barn and washing my horse and being out all day. You can't really tell in my bathroom lighting, but I am red. So I'm gonna need to reapply some aloe. Here's the dealio for today. I woke up at like 5 a.m. this morning. Didn't feel good. Kind of carried that over into the entire morning, and I woke up at like 7 with my alarm after not really getting back to sleep and not feeling good. So even though I was supposed to be in office today, I was like, a mental health slash tummy hurts day. I'm gonna spend the day kind of being productive. I have like laundry and dishes to put away and stuff, like general household chores like that I probably could have done yesterday, but I was actually having fun this weekend not doing chores. But also it's my first opportunity to read in a while. The first and most exciting thing today is, girls, we have a sponsor. Let's go talk and preview. Hello. So my sponsor of the day is the company Parade. So Parade, like I said, is a company that specializes in underwear, bralettes, and other types of clothing. Their selling point is that they have really good prices and they're very body inclusive. Both of those I researched. They do have a good ecological rating, so it's not like Shein quality clothes. And I'm gonna be honest, when I scrolled their website, it made me a little bit emotional because it's all sizes of people. Was just such good vibes. And I don't know if you know me, but I'm a Walmart underwear pack granny panty kind of girl. This could not have come at a better time because I literally was just telling myself, like, I have to start being an adult and wear cute things, and now I know where to go back to. This first one is like a vintage high-rise with like the cute little hip cutouts. It fits so well. I was so nervous that nothing would fit me because I am like a 22, 24. I was worried because I'm tall that none of them would be high-waisted enough and they would just slip down and annoy me all day. But they fit at the perfect height. They don't cut you off in the middle of your stomach. Like, they go high enough so you don't have any weird lines. It is so stupidly soft and comfortable. I love the material of this, by the way, as well. They are known for their fabrics. They are all very luxurious feeling but still very affordable. This is one of their more cottony fabrics, and it's definitely very soft and nice. And then I know green is very in right now, so I have to mention this. I got this thong that's like green with, am I even holding it right? It's green with little white detailing. These are also the ultra flattering high rise, so it fits like perfect on my waist, and it's in that cotton material. Super soft fabric. I love it. I love it so much. And I can't forget the main player, the bralette I'm currently wearing. Fittingly, this bra is called the Dream Triangle bra. This might be my favorite thing in my order. The colors are so cute. The back of it is mesh, which is such a cute detail. The stretch and the fit of it is so nice. I can guarantee I'm not gonna have like those carved lines at the end of the day into my back and my shoulders where my bra has been sitting. If you're like me, we're curious about Parade and want to try it out, I have a promo code and it's a really good deal. You can actually get 40% off if you use my promo code and link down below. The promo code is WHITTY40. Thank you so much to Parade for reaching out to me. Thank you guys for supporting it. Now that I'm comfy cozy in my bralette and underwear from Parade, let's get busy today. We got some reading and some cleaning to do. Okay. It's about lunchtime, so I made myself some ooh, my arm was itchy. Is that where I got sunburned? I'm gonna start peeling like an orange. I don't really feel like eating as my tummy hurts again. I'm newly obsessed with queso, the streamer. I have never, here's a little tidbit. I've never really understood Twitch. It felt like a platform that was just a little bit out of my league. In the same way that I don't really do TikToks because I don't understand I understand short form content, but I guess I'm kind of self-conscious and like don't know how to figure it out. Same thing with Instagram. I'm like, there's such a specific way to do Instagram now. I'm like, I just do photo dumps, okay? I just don't have it in me creatively to mess with any new platform, and Twitch for me was like that, both as a creator and a viewer. But I've been seeing more and more clips of him on TikTok. He just does like gaming, and I have not stopped watching his YouTube videos. They are so funny. I'm gonna watch some of him while I have lunch. But the one thing that I can't stop thinking about, I just sat down while I was cleaning my desk and off camera did some finance math. I just got a 2.5% raise, or I will be getting one. And now that I have like more financial ground, I was looking up like how much money are you supposed to put in savings? Did you know you're supposed to put 20% of everything you make into savings? Huh? So I was calculating like how much my bills cost every month and how much I need to put into savings with my raise. I guess the outcome of that is I've realized I'm actually doing a lot better than I thought I was. Like, I still live pretty frugally and I don't think that's gonna stop anytime soon. Clearly, like what you saw earlier, I need new bar stools. So there's little things like that where it's like $150, which is not a little thing, but I'm like, why would I buy that? Like, it's not a necessity. I'm still in that kind of scarcity mindset. I had a really kind, I don't know if they're called donors, but I have a coffee link down below as a tip jar that I just include because I don't have an Amazon wish list anymore. Someone named Ash sent me $50 just as a like treat yourself after my vlog where I was having a rough time, and that happened the same day I was looking at chairs and then had that conversation with myself where I was like, I can't splurge on this. It's $150. Like, these chairs work fine. I'll just keep them until I literally can't sit on them anymore. But I think that's my inspiration for getting some new ones. So thank you, Ash, if you're watching. But yeah, I have travel upcoming next week. One leg of it being like international, so I am hoping I feel better by then. I really should probably see a gastroenterologist to narrow down why do I have tummy troubles so often. It's just kind of embarrassing to walk into a doctor and go, I can't stop shitting. Man, apologies to Parade for your sponsored content being in this vlog. Okay, I'm pretty much done with my kitchen and my desk area, so I just need to fold clothes, towels, and then tidy up my living room, and then I want to read. I can't believe it's already 1:30. I was like, I'm gonna get everything done this morning and then read all afternoon. That was a lie. I lied. Part of my planner today was like, what exercise are you gonna do today? And just on the nature of me feeling queasy, I'm not gonna be doing any of that, so we're focusing on other things. I'm gonna finish my lunch. My mouth is so orange from that soup, but I need to do laundry. Here's the runaround that my mind does. Ready? I have to put what's in the washer in the dryer, but to put the stuff that's in the dryer, I have to take it out of the dryer, but my only hamper currently has towels in it, so I need to put away the towels. I was gonna put away the towels sitting on the couch, but I need to clear off the couch in here first. So I can never just do one task. It has to be a cascade of them. So let's clean the living room. say one thing. I know it's bad for your clothes or your dryer and washer to use all the extra products that makes them smell good, and it really does nothing except clog your filters and whatever. But as someone who was shopping for like the bare minimum that now has access to like fabric softener and beads and all the add-ons for laundry, it smells so good. I don't know how much longer I'll buy it for, but I just can't get over it. It is such a luxury for my laundry to smell this good. Highly recommend Dollar General couponing. But man, I worked up a sweat vacuuming, and that was only the bathroom and bedroom. But it's only 2:30, so I think by like 4 I can hook my Kindle up to my Kindle stand and read hands-free and hopefully not fall back asleep. But I wouldn't be upset if I did, because clearly if I woke up at 5 today I need it. As I'm folding my clothes, I figured I'd reveal something. It's not like a plot twist, and honestly I don't know why I waited to talk about it, especially just by putting it in like a random vlog like this. I guess on the subject of financial struggles and getting myself back to a good place where I am. Brief history. History, huh? I lost my job in 2021 and didn't get hired for like 6 months after that. In that time, I racked up a lot of credit card debt. Once I got my new job, I got a raise from what I'd been making, but I was still living paycheck to paycheck because inflation had hit in that point. And so I consistently had like $3,000 on my credit card, and living paycheck to paycheck had no way of paying it off. So after crying and crying and crying to my therapist, the dreariest I'd ever felt with my money problems, I'd never reached a low like that where I genuinely felt the despair of how does someone recover from this? I think that's why I'm being a lot more appreciative of what I have now. Like, I just got my rent renewal letter from my apartment complex, and they're only raising my rent like $20 when a new unit at my complex I know is like $150 more than what I would be paying next year. So I'm just being so grateful in the context of what I've been through. And part of that is something I'm reminded of as I do laundry, because I got a second job. I came back to YouTube around the same time that I also got a job at Pizza Hut, which this is like the joke of my life, because I have an English degree and the joke is always like, oh, if you get an English degree, you're going to be saying you want fries with that, which I hate, but for me it kind of turned out to be true. So yeah, I did delivery driving for Pizza Hut for 4 months. And hey, here's the thing I'll say about that. It was kind of fun. I worked at a really great place with a lot of people my age, and I made some really good friends there. I only worked weekends and Friday nights, so I was 3 days a week. I think it was like 18 hours or something like that. So from like Thanksgiving until the Super Bowl, I worked 7 days a week. I had a really good week over Christmas where I made a lot of tips, but just in those couple of months, I paid back all of my credit card debt. The one thing I'll say about it is that I think it is so much more worth it than Uber Eats or DoorDash. I did Uber Eats for several months trying to get some supplemental income, and it is garbage. They don't pay you for the distance of how far they go. I mean, you do get paid for, you know, if you have to deliver somewhere far away, but it's pennies. And then you have to drive all the way back, and that's unpaid, and the tips are never guaranteed, and they send you halfway across the universe and then add on orders that are nowhere near where you were gonna go. It was just the worst. With working as a delivery driver for Pizza Hut, you are only within your service area. They pay you for gas. Most people automatically tip online. I was making like 100 to 150 in tips every single night. Over the week of Christmas, I got $700 in tips. When I hear that people do Uber Eats, I'm like, quit your job and go to Pizza Hut, because it was so worth it for me. And these shirts are so comfy. I love the joke that no one out pizzas the Hut. I don't know, that's kind of the secret I've been holding. And if you go back and watch my vlogs, and I'm vlogging at like 2 a.m. and I have pizza, I don't know why I kept it a secret. I think because I didn't want my coworkers to know from my regular job, which I don't think any of them watch me here unless you do, in which case, hey. But no, it was fun. I've debated going back and doing it again because, like I said, it got me out of such a hard time. I was so burnt out working 7 days a week and having nights off at like, I got off at like midnight on Sundays. So I was going into work on Mondays exhausted. But that being said, if you have a car, I know I've said this 16 times, but I really recommend it. Do what you need to do, even if you feel like you might be ashamed of it. I got so much free pizza and so many miles on my car. Guys, can someone's grandma come to the comments, because I have no idea how to stain treat clothes. These had like tomatoes. This one's like a tomato juice stain. This one's just like grease or something. Someone said like peroxide and dish soap, so I have this. It says let it sit overnight. Should I do that? Or do I just put it in the wash like this? One of my cats ripped a massive hole in these sheets, so I'm just washing them so I can donate them to the shelter, because oh wait, no, I think my animal shelter said they're only taking towels. Dang it, why am I washing these? Don't put your silk pillowcase in the dryer. Ever since Sharpie was diagnosed with asthma, I've been really cutting it back on using anything scented, and I'm devastated because I'm looking at my drawer full of candles that I'm gonna have to get rid of. I am gonna make an exception. I do really like taking baths, so I'm gonna save some that I can just light in the bathroom and have a bath with a candle going, but I'm gonna have to be really selective. I'm already sad because I just, like, some of these I just got in their presents. I just got this one from Lush and it's so powerfully scented though. I don't know. I'm sad. I love this scent from Lush. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of that one just because it's so potent. I think anything Bath and Body Works will go, especially because even if my cats didn't have asthma, like these are not like soy candles, which are the cat friendly ones or something like that, but these just smell so nostalgic. Like this 'Tis the Season one I've lit at Christmas every year since I was like 15, but I think I'll give those to my parents. This is a little subtle one. I'll save it for bath time. Another Bath and Body Works Tree Farm. I don't know why I need to smell each of them. I'm like confirming to myself that, yep, I'm gonna get rid of it. Also, can I just tilt the camera this way? Because we're just hanging out. Oh my gosh, my first Christmas in this apartment, this is the candle that I burned. That's so nostalgic. You know how the olfactory sense is like the one most tied to memory? That is true, because I'm like, I could cry over this candle. Maybe I should keep this one for the bath. I'm gonna keep this one. Oh, another fall candle I really like, praline and birch. That one smells like man. Oh my god, Bonnie just got me this one for Christmas and it smells so good. This one's very light. I'm gonna keep this one for baths. Shelby just got me this one. It's new boot goofing. I'm not getting rid of it. I'll use this as decoration if I can't light it. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Some of these could be decoration. Like this, I'm determined to finish this almond shortbread one because I love this container. I've burned this for like 2 years now and it's still not done, but it's like a basic vanilla one. I'll just burn this for the bath until that's done. But I gotta get rid of more Bath and Body Works. This honey chamomile one is one that I've burned for a while, but I'm kind of sick of this scent, so getting rid of that. I bought this one in high school because people on Tumblr said that it smells like what a burly man smells like. I haven't even lit it, and I mean, it smells fine. You know what? I don't think this one's even burned yet. Yeah. This is a candle that Bonnie gave me that was in one of her book boxes. It's for Serpent and Dove series. It's like cinnamon scented, and I haven't lit it yet, but I'll get rid of that. This pineapple one is almost done. It smells really good, though. That's my candle drawer. I think I'm keeping like half of them, but better than nothing. All right, I'm considering it officially reading time, even though it's like 4:30 and I wanted to start reading like 2. I've concocted my favorite snack, which is, I call it like pizza roll nachos, where you put pizza rolls in a bowl and then put ranch on it. And if you're gonna judge how much ranch is on these, you're mean and unlike you. But my favorite way to eat them is with chopsticks. So this is my snack of the evening. But here's the thing. I think I've talked about now in several vlogs that the book I'm currently reading is a 900-page behemoth. It's this hoe. And if we're being honest, I'm not hating it. I mean, I haven't read it in like a week, so I definitely have fallen out of the flow. Can I help you? Okay. I got an email from Jeff Bezos himself at Amazon.com that said, "Hi, book from an author that you love is on sale now." I know, so I might switch it up and read that tonight. Oh my god, I just reread the description of this book so I can give you a good summary, and I'm a little bit teary. I'm so excited to read this. The third book, okay, actually back up. Rebecca Weatherspoon, my favorite romance author, has done it again. I didn't even know this book existed until it dropped. This book came out the day before Valentine's Day, and it is, you're not ready, the third book in my favorite series by her. So the first book was Rafe, I don't know how to pronounce it, someone correct me. The second book is Zenny. This third one is called Megan. The main character is actually a man. Oh, It's okay. His name's Olin and he's an autistic tech millionaire who has to spend his entire time depleting his social battery by going to events and fiending off like women who are trying to be with him because he's rich. So he enlists Zenny, the main character of the previous book, to basically help him find someone to pretend to be his girlfriend so that people will leave him alone. I hate fake dating books. This book might cure me because I'm so excited for that. Its own voices, the author's autistic and black, so I'm assuming the girl on the cover's white. I'm assuming the main guy is black. Kicking my toes under the blankets right now. I love Rebecca Weatherspoon. Her dialogue and her plots are so realistic and rich and good. Zenny was one of my top favorite books of last year. I'm gonna read how long is this book? Thank God, it's 300 pages. Okay. Also, we love an author who can wrap it up in 300 pages. I don't need 450 page romances. Anyway, I'm now gonna have my pizza roll nachos now that they've cooled and they're not molten. Shout out Shelby for getting me these cat chopsticks when she was in Japan. This is about to be the best night ever. Is this gonna trigger my stomach into doing more of its gymnastics? Probably. Sorry, I just love that the content warnings has BDSM scenes in it. Yes! Graphic sex? Yes! It's not easy being a slut. I just washed this pillowcase. Rosie to the rescue! I know you love ranch. Well, thumbnail opportunity over. Also, sorry, I think I forgot to mention the most important part of the synopsis, which is that the main female character is a kindergarten teacher. I love New Girl, and it's already reminding me of that, of just like this bright, cheery character. I hope that it's that dynamic. So even though I hate fake dating, I'm like strapped in right now. Okay, hi, now I'm on chapter 2. Second caveat, this book is so intricate now. This author has like 4 different series. I've really only read like 2 or 3 of them, and a couple of them I read a while ago, but all of the characters interconnect. You really only need to know about the main character, but there's a lot of backstory with like the female main character used to be in a BDSM club that was owned by these people, and she was the 3rd person for this couple that was in this book. So these characters were seen in the background of other stuff. Again, it's not super important, but at the beginning there's a lot of names thrown around, and even for someone who has read some of those books, I'm like, huh? But I'm highlighting so much. There's so much relatable stuff in here. And now I'm in the female perspective who's talking about how she's in her early 30s and like everyone's pairing up with each other and growing up and going to new jobs and settling down, and she still hasn't. So already I'm relating to this. Also, as always, Rebecca just reads my mind with how her characters talk. Like earlier, Zenny said like, oh yeah, me and my friends are down to clown. I say down to clown like 90 times a day. Am I a millennial? I don't know. It's so good so far. I just wanted to warn. If this is your first Rebecca Weatherspoon book, you might want to read them in chronological order. So, I can't even lie to you. I did just fall asleep. But it's still only 7, thank goodness. I thought it was gonna be like 11 or 10. So I still have like 4 hours left in my book. But we're up and at 'em. I just have to pee and feed the cats. Are you hungry? Oh, I couldn't even say it. Are you hungry? Oh, okay. Let's go get dinner. Oh, he's so eepy. So I planned on going to bed at like midnight, and I was like, I can finish this book in one sitting. Like, I'm just gonna fly through it. It's 2 a.m. I just finished it. Honestly, I could have done it in one sitting, but surprisingly, I didn't love this book as much as I thought I would. I actually found it a little bit difficult because it is so built on the foundation of every single character that Rebecca has ever written a book about is in this book. And honestly, I kind of didn't like that about it. I liked the relationship between Megan and Olin, but so much of it hinged on their interactions with their friend group, because everyone is involved in BDSM in some way, or she's friends with people who were in other books. Like every single side character, it felt like reading a Cassandra Clare book where it's like, oh yeah, this person was part of this and this person did this here, and it's like you missed a whole entire prequel, which is how I felt about Megan herself, because she was like, yeah, a while ago I used to be with these people, and then me and this person knew each other. So I think she had several books where she was a side character in them, and it's almost felt like I was reading a sequel to those, but I remembered nothing about the previous ones. Also, writing wise, I feel like this was a big step down from her other books that I really like. I just found the dialogue in this one to be more like millennial cringe than her other ones tended to be. There were still some moments where I laughed out loud, and I think it had a similar essence. There were a couple of parts that I was like, ugh. And part of it might be because there's just so many characters in it and I did not care about them. But also, a lot of the romance scenes were fade to black and closed door, which, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of scenes that aren't, but I felt like the ones I cared about, it would just be like, cool, then we fucked. Huh? Also, I'm aware of how much I praised this book for only being 300 pages, and I don't care about insta-love at this point in my life, like whatever, but they did say I love you after like a month or two, and they were obsessed with each other very fast. The whole fake dating plot only was relevant for like one scene. One thing I forgot to mention is that this book is BDSM based, and she's the one who has a lot of experience, and he's the one that does not. So she's like teaching him how to be a pleasure dom. That concept sounds good, but it was not executed well because a lot of it was really rushed and he was just very shy. Maybe not shy, but like, I don't know. I couldn't imagine him being the dominant guy that she wanted just because his personality was so contained. So I think I'm gonna give it 3 stars, and I'm so sad. I thought I would love this book, but I have lost genuine sleep over it now. So I mean, I read it in one night. Obviously, I didn't hate it. Now, if you don't mind, I have had a Sufjan Stevens song stuck in my head for like 2 days, so I will now perform Should Have Known Better. Regular vlog watchers, you can exit here, but anyone who cares for a quick cover, stick around. I'm gonna serenade you with this song that puts me through a mental crisis every time it comes on shuffle. I wish I could finger pluck this, but I'm not as talented as Sufjan. Should have known better. Can I do it? Anyway, back to strumming. I love this song so much. If y'all hate it. I should have known better to see what I could see. My black shroud holding down my feelings, a pillar for my enemies. I should have wrote a letter, grieve what I happen to grieve. My black shroud, I never trust my feelings. I waited for the remedy. Gordo is dragging my phone away from me with his claws. Sorry to interrupt. When I was 3, maybe 4, she left us at that video store. Be my rest, be my fantasy. Be my rest, be my fantasy. I'm light as a feather, bright as the Oregon breeze. My black shroud, frightened by my feelings. I only wanna be a relief. No, I'm not a go-getter. The demon had a spell on me. My black shroud, captain of my feelings, the only thing I wanna believe. When I was 3 and free to explore, I saw her face on the back of the door. Be my rest, be my fantasy. Be my rest, be my fantasy. I should have known better. Nothing can be changed. The past is still the past. The bridge to nowhere. I should have wrote a letter. explaining what I feel, that empty feeling. Don't back down, concentrate on seeing the breakers in the bar, the neighbors greeting, my brother had a daughter, the beauty that she brings, illumination. Don't back down, there's nothing left, the breakers in the bar, no reason to live, I'm a fool in the fetter, Rose of Aaron's beard, where you can reach me. Don't back down, nothing can be changed, cantilever bridge, the drunken sailor, my brother had a daughter, the beauty that she brings, illumination, illumination. That last verse was a mess, but it's my favorite.